Hello and welcome to a new series. We are going to be playing Crusader Kings 2 Vanilla, version 234, the latest version. And we are going to be playing as the man himself, King Karl of West Francia, Charlemagne, son of Pepin the Short and a descendant of Charles Martel. Charlemagne, or Karl as his contemporaries called him, became joint king of the Franks with his brother Carlomon in 769. After a 2-year power struggle, Carlomon suddenly and conveniently fell ill and died, leaving Karl as the sole ruler of the Franks. He then proceeded to make the kingdom greater than ever before, conquering Saxony, Lombardy, and other lands with equal amounts of good strategic planning and ruthlessness. He eventually was crowned Holy Roman Emperor by Pope Leo III, and his descendants were to rule large parts of Europe for a long time to come. So, let's get started here. This is obviously the start that was the primary start that was added in the Charlemagne expansion, but I never got around to playing it either on camera on my channel or off camera at that time, so I'm going back a little bit to check it out. Obviously there are a lot of story events to experience as part of this, and this may be a relatively short-lived series as those events run their course, but we may continue playing for longer after that, who knows. So, we start out obviously as the King of West Francia here. Let's check out our situation. We have 5 of our 6 counties in our domain limit, so that is fine. They are the capital county up here and 4 more up to the north for some reason. They're not all in the same area, but that's fine. We should have a decent council. We have a very good spy master, our Queen Mother, which is good. Our Chancellor, though, is the Duke of Aquitaine here, who does not like us. He just has a straight-up hate modifier, which I assume is for story reasons, so maybe we should fire him and appoint somebody else. We have somebody that is approximately as good, and we do. Let's appoint this mayor instead. And speaking of vassals, let's have a look through our list of vassals and see if we can do anything about any of these negative opinions. I assume these hate modifiers are just going to be permanent and something we can't really do anything about. So this guy, we'll just ignore. Our Duke of Flanders here. He wants control of the county of Guines, which I'm sure is not the correct pronunciation of that, but we can give that to him probably and fix his opinion a little bit. Where is that county? Somewhere up here, I'm sure. Okay, so this guy is under me directly. We can transfer his vassalage to the Duke of Flanders here, which should make him considerably happier with me. Let's see who else. Duke of Thuringia is not unhappy about anything in particular, and he likes that I'm zealous. Our Duke of Gascony wants control of the county of Dax, but he also hates me, so that's not really going to improve his opinion too much, so I think we'll hold off on doing that for the moment. Duke of Franconia wants control of the Prince-Bishopric of Mainz, which is over here. I guess we can just transfer that one directly to him as well. Should be just fine. We have a Duke of Holland who is not unhappy about anything in particular, and everyone else is counts or lower, so we'll just ignore them for the moment. We are not married, but I believe there is an event which will get us married pretty soon, so we won't manually do that ourselves. We'll take the ambition to get married, though. And we'll choose a focus. So we're already a very good martial character. We could choose a war focus to improve that even further, or we could go for stewardship or business maybe to help out there. Why don't we take hunting, actually? That'll improve our martial a bit and also health, which could be useful to us. So obviously we have our brother Carlomon here, the king of Middle Francia. He is our heir, but he actually has a heir who is not us, his nephew, or our nephew rather, his son. So that's fine. I think we might be seeing some events to do with him as well. Let's get our council doing their jobs. So improved diplomatic relations, we probably will want to do that The Duke of Holland and Brabant is our most powerful vassal, so it makes sense to focus on him, I think. Unfortunately, our dukes and other vassals that hate us are not going to be really a good target for improving relations, because that modifier is so large. So where do you live? Up here. We will improve diplomatic relations with you. Our marshal we will send to train troops in our capital. Steward, likewise, to collect taxes. Our spy master, I suppose we'll send to study technology in Constantinople. Probably no reason not to do that. And our court chaplain, I don't think we are going to need to proselytize anywhere. All of our land, actually no, all of our land is not Catholic. We have a pagan county up here and a Slavic pagan county down here, so maybe we'll send him to take care of these. This one actually is one of our domain counties, so all the more reason to send him there. We have a lot of titles we can create, a lot of duchies and the Kingdom of Frisia, but we don't have the money to do that right now, or really a reason to. Apparently we stand to potentially lose a county on character death there, but we won't worry about that too much. Alright, let's unpause for the first time here and see what happens. Our vassal duke is usurping things. It's fine. Go to speed 3 for the moment. A realm divided. As your father Pepin died, he divided the empire of the Franks and left one half to you and the other half to your brother. He divided the lands in such a way as to force you to cooperate. But it does not appear to have had the desired effect. The friction is constant, and at every turn it seems your brother is now trying to thwart your plans and weaken your position. You still rule as joint kings, but surely this peace cannot last. He will not succeed in his vile schemes, so we become bitter rivals. Alright, I guess if we had taken the war focus, we could have dueled him, which probably is not historical, but could have been fun. Alright, so we have a dangerous faction already, led by our troublesome Duke of Aquitaine here. And this guy is in it, our Duke of Brabant and Holland, whom we are trying to improve relations with, though he just moved his capital, I think. So unfortunately our Chancellor is in the wrong place now, and we won't be able to move him until July. That's okay though, we'll see if we can spare the money for a gift. Apparently we cannot afford it because he has expensive tastes. He is greedy. We'll just have to hope this faction doesn't fire yet, or that we can handle it if it does. The Lombard Princess, my lord, the power of your enemies are growing steadily, and while your vassals are surely loyal beyond doubt, it would perhaps be prudent to look for alliances outside the Frankish realm. If you would marry a daughter of the Lombard king, you could gain a powerful ally if things threaten to get out of hand and your brother's devious, or due to your brother's devious machinations. Or machinations? We can say that yes, this will be a good marriage and marry a princess of Lombardy, or say no Lombards in my bed and lose 30 prestige. We'll take the marriage. As I believe happened historically. I will be trying to play things relatively historically here, I think. At least to the extent of my knowledge, which is, I will admit, spotty at best. So we can collect gold or prestige. I think we'll take the prestige, which will help out with vassal opinion. And we fulfilled our ambition, which is nice, so we can pick a new one. Either to amass wealth or become a paragon of virtue. Let's try to amass wealth. So, unfortunately, I don't think there's anything particular we can do. I guess we could fulfill his ambition to get married. Which may improve his opinion. My 40-year-old aunt, I guess he probably doesn't want her. About this courtier. He will accept, okay. We'll probably go to speed 4 as well. You accept the suggestion. Okay. Improved his opinion by 15, so not a huge help there, but it does help a little. Your son Pepin is illegitimate, but perhaps he could grow into a man worthy of ruling the Franks. His body is twisted, and he looks frail, but a boy that overcomes such unfair punishments in life could perhaps with time become an even stronger ruler. So we can legitimize him, or we can say that we think not. Either way, he's going to be known as the Hunchback. In this case, we'd lose piety. And Imiltrude would improve her opinion of us. I think she is a former wife or his mother. Yeah, my lover. Okay. I think we'll decline to legitimize him. We should have children of our own, or rather more children that are legitimate soon enough. Hopefully. Our wife doesn't have any negative fertility traits. And neither do we. So, our brother is calling us to arms in this revolt war that he's facing. I guess we should accept. He has only 1,500 troops, the revolt has 1,800, so nobody has a lot of troops. But we don't want to lose 100 prestige, so I guess we'll accept. And we'll raise our own troops. And help him out. See what this war is about. Civil war for elective monarchy. We could have just acceded to their demands. Would have been fine. Bertrada, your mother has come to see you. She speaks to you of your brother and the rivalry between you. My dear Charles, it grieves me so that your brother Carlomon will not support you, as he should, but rather has wicked designs on your domains. Rest assured, however, that I shall do all in my power to help and support you. I have even written to him, asking him to cease his plotting and acknowledge that, although the realm is divided between you, he recognizes you as the primary ruler of the Franks. Fear, however, that he will not listen to me. I will thank her for her support, and my opinion of her improves, as does her opinion of me. So we have the first battle of this war here. Looks like his reinforcements are about to arrive pretty soon, so it should be pretty even. Even if he loses, though, we should be able to take care of it for him. He did win, just about. Head down here. Or did he lose? He lost. I'm paying attention. Anyway, we can go and fight them. We are going to get there in time. And we have a much bigger army, so that is all good. And we'll head to the capital and start sieging. Call to arms from the Lombards, whom we are allied with by marriage, of course. This is another civil war over elective monarchy, apparently a hot topic in Europe at this time, so we'll accept this one as well. And the Middle Frankian Civil War ended in white peace. But since we have our troops raised, I suppose we can head down through the Alps and help out our allies in Lombardy as well. So my vassal, the mayor here, is telling me that my court chaplain has accused him of heresy. Well, I don't know. According to his character page, he's a good Catholic, so we'll believe him. So we do outnumber the revolt army here pretty substantially. We should be okay to attack them in the hills. We'll see if we can avoid a river crossing, though. No river crossing with Ravenna. Is that the only one? Lucca. Let's go in through here. We could wait for the Lombard army to arrive as well and help us out. But I don't think that's really necessary. We'll just go fight him. And no problem, and indeed our experience in matters of war has increased. There are many things we'll do differently in future battles. We could master rough terrain, focus on the flank, or focus on mastering defensive terrain. Well, there is a certain amount of rough terrain in our area, the Pyrenees and the Alps mostly. Actually no, this only counts in hills and forests, doesn't it? So it doesn't count for mountains. We do have forests as well. I think we'll just take flanker though, that's going to be useful in any battle. So we are victorious, we'll follow to here and fight one more battle, and then we'll retreat our armies and leave it to them. Follow them here as well. Actually, they don't need our help apparently, so we'll just leave. They're up to 91% already, so they shouldn't have too much trouble taking it from here. You've improved his opinion, which reminds me that we want to actually move you to here, where you can improve the Duke's opinion. Seems that our factions are no longer dangerous though, which is good news. We inherited a county, which is fine. We can hold it. We have the domain limit, so we'll just refrain from giving that out for the moment. And Lombardy's war is up to 98%. They should be able to win any minute now, at least when this siege ends. Son was born to Hildegard, okay. Good to know. How's Carlomon doing? Still okay, I guess. The Lombard Queen, my lord, there is a lot of grumbling among the lords of the realm. While it is understood that your marriage to Gerberga has great political utility, it is hard for many to accept that you have married a princess from the realm of our 8 old enemies, the Lombards. It has reached the point where you may even be losing the support of some nobles, but perhaps it is still not too late to rectify the situation. So we can say that we knew this was a bad idea and renounce her, which will annoy Queen, and I guess this is the Queen of the Lombards as well, and we get divorced, lose piety, that kind of thing. Or we can anger the lords of the realm, which is probably a bad idea considering that some of them are angry with me already. And I think historically we're supposed to do this, so we will do that. And we're now unmarried, and also above our domain limit since we lost her contribution to our stewardship. My brother's keeper, your mother comes to see you. My son, your brother's plotting against you is dangerous. I know you love him as dearly as I do, but something must be done. With your permission, I shall go see him and do what is needed to resolve this conflict. He must not come in the way of you fulfilling your destiny as the ruler of all the Franks, but I fear a bloody war. Trust me, it will be better like this. You look thoughtfully at your mother, trying to read her mind. There is an odd look of determination in her eyes. So we can say, yes, mother, go and sort this out, or say there's no point. Of course we'll let her go and sort it out. So I guess we should get married again. I don't know if we're supposed to wait for another marriage event or just take care of it ourselves. If we can find somebody with some good traits, I think we'll just go ahead and get married. Seems like nobody with any good genetic traits. We'll just marry this courtier, who at least will have very high fertility thanks to being lustful and Midas touch, and will definitely get us up over our domain limit. We're going to lose some prestige, but we just gained some for winning this war. that's alright. Okay. We have a new heir. Word reaches you that Carlomon's wife, Gerberga de Petoricas, has received refuge at the court of King Desiderius of Lombardy. Surely there is a plot against you brewing here. This will not go unpunished, so we get a strong claim on the Kingdom of Lombardy. Good news. And the death of Carlomon. With the death of your brother Carlomon, the prestige and honor of the Frankish kingship falls on you. He was your rival, but now he is no more. There is still much to be done, but here begins a new chapter in the story of Karl, King of the Franks. Still, he was my brother. He died a natural death, as far as anyone knows, I suppose. Okay. Well, all of this new land is very nice, but it does put us over our vassal limit, so we may have to do something about this. We became the count of various other counties, so we're over our domain limit also. Let's see. We in a couple of counties down here. So we'll need to get rid of at least one. I guess we'll go for the most distant one. Who are any, but not already a ruler in my religion and culture. And not a member of a great house. Give him this county, and we'll have to see what we can do about reducing our vassal limit as well. Check out our direct vassals map mode. We'll probably have to create a few duchy titles right over here. Actually, before we do that, we should look through our new vassal dukes and see if any of them desire the vassalage of any of our counts. That would solve several problems. Okay, so the Duke of Upper Burgundy wants Bourgogne. We will transfer the vassalage to him. That was actually the county that we just gave out. Who else is new? Alemannia. He doesn't desire anything. Burgundy. Well, he desires the kingdom, but he's not going to get it. And I guess that's all, so the rest of the vassal limit problems will have to be taken care of by creating duchies. I guess Normandy up here would be a good choice. It's going to cost us most of our gold, but we'll do this one for now. And we actually control 2 counties in here ourselves, so maybe this was a bad choice. We'll give these out to 2 characters though, and then get rid of the duchy. Let's say to this guy, or is there anybody else who deserves it? By virtue of being a very good character. Yeah, this guy will do just fine. You can have the Duchy of Normandy. We're still over our vassal limit, but we can't really afford to do much about it just yet, so it'll have to wait. And in fact, that will do it for this first episode. If you enjoyed it and you'd like to help support the channel, clicking the like button really helps out the YouTube search rankings and that kind of thing. And of course you can subscribe for more videos every day. Anyway, thanks for watching, and join me again next time.